Good evening, ladies and gentlemen! Look at this, we have wildrift patch notes 5.0c. It's gonna be high because, as you guys can see, Kindred is coming out, and she's also coming out tomorrow on the test server. So mark your calendar, because tomorrow most likely I will upload Kindred test server gameplay from the Chinese test server. Anyways, wildrift patch notes 5.0c. It's gonna be live tomorrow already, so I mean, honestly, in a few hours it's gonna be live already, most likely. So let's get started. Hope you guys are hyped about the patch notes. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are enjoying it. I'm gonna run you guys through the patch notes, and I will give you guys my opinion about what I think about the notes, about the balance changes, about the item changes, etc. And obviously, a new jungler for Darkbreaker. Great, fantastic. By the way, I'm yet again sick. Don't ask me why. I feel like since I started taking allergy shots, I'm just getting way more sick. Time flies, look at that. We are on the last patch of 5.0. We got not one, not two, but 3 events for you this patch, as well as a new champion, some new skins, and of course, our regularly scheduled balance changes. Welcome to patch 5.0c. New champion, Kindred the Eternal Hunter. Separate but never parted, Kindred represents the twin essence of death. A lamb's bow offers a swift release from the mortal realm for those who accepted their fate. Wolf hunts down those who run from the end, delivering violent finality within his crushing jaws. Though interpretations of Kindred's nature vary across Runeterra, every mortal must choose the true face of their death. Kindred is coming out March 29th, so in 2 weeks. Event number 1, Nautilus Pass. Wards in the streets are saying there's a new warden in town. Play through missions and earn rewards. Okay, wait a second. Sick breaker. Leave a like so I feel better. Thanks. Kindred's trivia. Spoiler alert, Kindred is coming out this patch. Show off your knowledge and earn rewards. Name the champion. Kindred is tumbling through the rift, and trailing behind them is a new champion. Careful now, don't get too close or you might get poked. You can earn guesses through completing missions, and if you guess correctly, there's a big prize waiting. The Name the Champion event begins March 29th. Champion changes. For the first change, Braum. We are buffing Braum's damage so he can protect his team better, both in the early game as well as in teamfights later on. Now when he shouts, "Stand behind me," you can trust he will stay there. Base stats. Attack damage is getting increased by 4, base mana is getting increased by 80, time of stunning duration is getting increased across all ranks, from 1 to 1.25, and in the later ranks from 1.5 seconds to 1.75 seconds. Unbreakable. Damage reduction is getting increased. Bonus movement speed 10% to 15%. Honestly, it surprises me that they're buffing Braum, because Braum actually has pretty high win rate as a support, so this can make him even better. He's a very excellent tanky support that can be good counter against poking compositions or poking champions because of his shielding. And now you're also giving more damage reduction, 10% more in the late game, more stunning duration, more movement speed, base attack damage is going to be good for the early game for skirmishes. Overall, very big buff for Braum, not giga big buff. He was, in my opinion, he was around S tier, but this might put him into S plus tier. I need to see more Giga Chat Braum players in wildrift, because I never face or have good Braum players, because people don't play the Mustache champion that often. Now for Grace, the base attack damage is getting increased by 2, base health is getting increased by 60. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is gonna make Grace skirmish potential in the early game way better. 60 more HP and 2 more attack damage. This is a pretty big buff. I think right now I have Grace around A tier, and this could put him potentially into S tier. He's a very scaling champion though. That's gonna definitely help him in the early game out. Nice change. Jace hasn't been as impactful in the later stages of the game like we hoped. These changes will improve his survivability so he can hammer through more team fights. We are also making his acceleration gate duration longer so his cannons can be a bit more powerful. Base mana is getting increased, it's gonna help him for the laning phase. Base HP per level is getting increased by 8. There's actually decent amount, it's more than 100 HP in the late game. Base armor was also getting increased, so Jace Baron lane and mid lane is getting much better, and even jungle, even though they kind of know to jungle clear still. And then accelerations gate movement speed duration is getting oh, it's lowered in the early game but increased in the late game. I guess the advantage for teamfights is that more of your allies could use the gate to get the movement speed because it lasts longer. But besides that, I don't think it would impact Jace himself that much in skirmishes. You jump in, maybe if you can, like, you jump in, you hit someone, and then you use the gate to back up again. Get movement speed, yes. Cannon, his AoE damage has been through the roof lately. We're adjusting the numbers to make sure he's consistent with his opponents. Lightning Rush. Bonus movement speed is getting nerfed from 110 to 100%. Damage is getting nerfed. The base damage is getting nerfed by 10 in the other game. And late game 25. And then for the ultimate, the AP ratio is getting nerfed by 2%. And the base damage in the early game is getting nerfed. Overall, mainly because Cannon's win rate is very high right now on the Chinese server, so I think he has the highest mid lane win rate. But I mean, win rates don't necessarily mean that he's the best champion in the mid lane, obviously. I mean, he has good impact while being easy to play. Therefore, it means a lot of people can make Cannon work because he's good team fight champion and easy to play. Like, press one button, run in, press one button with protocol, you're doing your job already. I mean, obviously his laning phase is not that easy, but overall his team fighting impact is very high, therefore the win rate is naturally higher. That's why champions like Amumu Nunu have naturally higher win rates than more harder champions. Like a Lee Sin, for example. Lee Sin is able to gain advantages early and deal massive amounts of damage to his enemies. These changes will give his opponents a chance to catch their breath. Base stats, HP is getting nerfed from 650 to 630. Dragon's Rage. The damage in the later ranks is getting nerfed, the base damage, and for the scaling... The scaling stays the same, so it's just the base damage getting nerfed slightly. I mean, it's nice to have that they're nerfing Lee Sin, but these changes are kinda irrelevant in my opinion. It's not gonna matter too much. It's slight nerf. We take it. We take every nerf we get on Lee Sin. Morgana! We have buffed Morgana's ability to protect her teammates, so she can shine both as a damage dealer and as a support. We're also tweaking her damage to monsters, so she's more in line with other junglers. Damn, damage to monsters 225 to 195. This is a pretty big jungle clear nerf. Black Sheet duration is getting increased though. So you could say, okay, Morgana support, Morgana mid lane is getting slightly better, but they nerfed Morgana jungle, and I think it's because Morgana jungle is like within top 5 or top 10 of the highest win rates for junglers in Diamond or Master, I think. Nautilus hasn't been as tanky as he should be. These changes will let him soak up all the damage he needs to for his carries to shine. The shield value is getting increased by 1% max HP. 1% max HP per rank, and the damage is getting increased by 10. Well, pretty much you can say his late game shielding is much better, because 1% in the early game is kind of irrelevant, but 1% in the late game, when you have a lot of HP, can be a lot of HP additionally. Like, let's say you have 4k HP, 1% more, that's a lot more HP. Seraphine, our blossoming pop star, could use some more limelight. These changes will help her reach the stardom she deserves. Late games. Okay. Surround sounds. The cooldown is getting decreased by 1 per rank. Then we have the bonus movement speed is getting increased up to 27.5 in the late game. Then the shield. Oh, the base shielding is way better. This is a pretty good buff. This is gonna make Seraphine support definitely better. Because 30 more ability, 30 more base damage, but 5% ability power nerf. And then healing is getting increased as well. And nice to have buff for Seraphine. I feel like she is not in the strongest position. She's okay, but she's not like, wow, she's shining. Limelight! No, she's not. Now for Syndra, we're toning down Syndra's damage so she's not overpowering the other mages in-game. She's still going to be a strong late game carry, but not unreasonable to deal with. Transcendent ability power increases when gaining 120 splinters from 15% to 12%. Wait, and Force of the Will, the cooldown is getting increased, plus the damage is getting reduced. This is pretty big. They're nerfing the base damage in the late game and also the scaling. Big Syndra late game nerf. Overall, we will see, but these nerfs are kinda significant, I would say, in the late game for Syndra, so her one-shot potential will be worse. Now for Talon, our newest Noxian assassin has been clearing the jungle real fast, so we're nerfing his damage to monsters. Yeah, he has one of the fastest jungle clears. We have also noticed he's pretty slow vaulting over walls. Yeah, he's clumsy over the walls. So damage to monsters is getting decreased by 30%. And Assassin Path, increased Talon speed of vaulting over terrains and turrets by 10%. This is a nice quality of life change on Talon, and this is a Talon nerf. Honestly, I think his jungle clear speed is still very good, so I don't think it's gonna impact him too much. Okay, sorry. Okay, listen to Darkbreaker sneezing. Cleaning up his nose. I think I've put Talon in S tier, and he's gonna remain S tier. I don't think he's quite S plus tier, but he's S tier, and he will remain S tier after the nerf. Volibear, disable no longer as it applies to enemy nexus. Oh, that's a nerf. It's Batman. Wukong. The Monkey King is getting his highly anticipated rework this patch. Now he should be able to survive long in team fights, deal more damage, and have more room for outplays. Base stats, HP regen is getting increased by 3. Crushing blows. Crushing blow attacks apply mark on the target and deal bonus damage from each stack. Maximum to 5 stacks getting removed. New Stone Skin. Wukong gains stacks of Stone Skin when he attacks enemy champions with base attacks and abilities. Each stack grants him 10 to 18 armor. And 1.5% max HP regeneration every 5 seconds. Up to 3 stacks. Oh, it's only 3 though. I was like, it's gonna be 5 as well. That's a lot then. But it's gonna make him way more tanky. I like this. I like this change. I really like this new passive. You get regeneration and armor. Oh, Wukong Baron Lane is gonna be way better. Because you have more regeneration from base stats. And then you have this, more regeneration from the passive. And if you run Grasp and Second Wind Rune, you have so much healing from your first ability, from the passive, from the base stats, from the rune. Wukong Barrel Lane with Grasp rework, I think it's gonna be so good. Golden Staff, remove health regen. Oh, so they moved it. I don't know how much was it even. New passive, Golden Staff adds an empowering effect on Wukong's base attacks every 12 seconds. Takedowns will reduce Golden Staff passive cooldown by 2 seconds. The cooldown on the passive will be reduced by 2 seconds per level, and killing enemy champions will refresh the cooldown. Oh, that's nice. Damage of empowered base attack is getting increased by 10 at every rank. Yeah, that's about it. Warrior Trickster, now the clone can move with the joystick control and mimic Nimbus Strike to dash. Nimbus Strike Remove multiple dashes to the same target. Oh! Oh, I like this though! I like this! This was really good because you would do splash damage. Damage 60 to 80. Plus 20 at every rank almost? No, more even. Yeah, more even. Nice. 35. More. Base attack damage. Yeah, okay. So they nerfed the AoE damage, but they gave him more single target damage. We take it. It's okay. Cyclone. Damage, let's see. 220% attack damage stays the same. Scaling with max HP increased by 2%. So a very tanky Wukong build is going to do way more damage now, and he has more resistance because of this new passive. And I think your ultimate should immediately proc the passive max stacks. Because each tick of your ultimate should give you 1 stack. This is very good actually. So if you use your ultimate with Stone Skin, you'll have the plus... oh god, how much is that even? Math is hard, guys. 56? Plus 56? Yes. No, 54. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, no one saw that. No one saw that. No one saw that. Math, who needs math? Spontaneous, guys. Happens. Someone cut it out. Editor, cut it out. Yumi has been protecting her best friends a little too well. These changes will make sure she's measuring up against her opponents and allows players to have more decisions making power when it comes to abilities. You and me. Okay. I'm just looking at the attack damage. They nerfed this a little bit here. And here as well. Ooh, they're nerfing the adaptive power since they're nerfing the amount you're getting per level. They're nerfing the amount. Final chapter. Root duration getting nerfed. Cooldown getting increased. Oh. Nice nerfs on Yumi. Nice nerfs on Yumi. We have to see though. I mean, the thing is, it's not that much. It's still not that much. I mean, it definitely matters. Oh, wait. Yes, it definitely matters, but not that much. Still not enough. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, yes, it's big nerf. I'm tripping. Even the minimum was 5 beforehand. So it's just 2 now, plus 0.5 per level times ability. Oh, this is a big nerf actually. This is a pretty big nerf. Pretty damn big nerf because they are nerfing the scaling and the base. Oh, big nerf. Damn, Yumi, not that... Yumi might be not God tier S plus anymore, but maybe just mortal S tier. Who knows? We have to test. Double cast changes. Okay, never mind. New mode, we don't care about the new mode. I've played it one time. It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. Is this? Okay, wait. Item changes. Berserker's Grease. Attack damage is getting increased by 2. Attack speed is getting increased by 5. Very nice change for Berserker's Grease. Divine Sundra. Gold cost getting decreased and maximum HP is getting increased. Because a lot of people are just running Trinity over Divine Sundra right now. Gargoyle. Gargoyle, we are buffing gargoyles active so tanks can effectively use the shields or use the shield in fights. We are also changing the damage reduction to disappear when the shield is broken. Gain a shield absorbs damage of 20 to 25% of maximum HP, and the cooldown is getting decreased from 75 to 60 seconds. If the shield breaks early, damage reduction will end. Oh! But if the shield breaks early, the damage reduction will end. Actually, that's good. Never mind, this is good. Because you will do more damage than afterwards. Yes, big buff for Gargoyle. Actually, since they're buffing Gargoyle, they're also buffing Wukong by doing that. Spear of Shojin is getting buffed as well. they increase the buff duration by 2 seconds. Then they also... Oh, but they decrease the movement speed by 5 seconds. But scoring a takedown within 10 seconds refreshes the ability duration. So, I mean, it's kind of an adjustment, but I think it's overall a buff still. Oh wait, you have plus base 5 movement speed anyways. Yeah, it's straight up a buff. Straight up a buff then. Storm Razor is getting buffed. The base damage is getting increased. And the duration of the slow is getting increased. And now Trinity Force. Trinity Force's passive name has been changed, so it no longer shares the same name as the one Black Cleaver has. From Rage to Veiler. Oh, so this is actually very nice. Do you like double stack the Phage effect then? Kinda do then. So you can get more movement speed now by getting... So if you're getting Trinity Force and Black Cleaver, beforehand the Phage component part was kind of wasted. But now it's not. So you can get even more. You can get Trinity and Black Cleaver combination now. New clickbaits on Bruisers. Trinity Black Cleaver Wukong, Trinity Black Cleaver Darius, Trinity Black Cleaver Set, stuff like that. Trinity Black Cleaver Sinchao. Who else? Trinity Black Cleaver Aatrox. Easy clickbait, actually. Rune Changers, Contraction, Hextech Flash Option. The channeling time has been optimized for when it's been less than 1 second. New, when channeled for less than 1 second, you will dash the distance as if you channel for 1 second. Contraption Item Crafting. Item crafting has been too expensive to use, so it's been sitting unpicked gathering dust. To make it more appealing pick up, we are adjusting the amount of gold needed to purchase an item outside. Generate a stack every 180 seconds. You can buy items outside of the fountain which cost 1 stack and an additional from 150 to 50 gold. Allows you to get items easier now. For the new skins we have Water Nautilus, Warring Kingdoms Javelin Fort Mythic Chroma coming out tomorrow, Wolf and Lamb Kindred, Pajama Guardian Cosplay Urgot, Battle Academia Jace and Battle Academia Caitlyn. Anyways, this is gonna be it for the patch notes. I feel like this was pretty long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Write down below in the comments what you guys think about the patch notes, what you like the most, what you don't like, and maybe if you have some tips and tricks for Kindred, write down below in the comments as well. And I see you guys. Bye bye.